Can you hear me, Madam Chairman?
Yes, can hear you fine.
Thank you. Could I ask the City Clerk put up the slide which I submitted?
Yes, Mr. Crook, the slide is up.
Okay, it's not online, but that's fine. Thank you, Madam Chairman, for your and councillors for your time. You may recognize this slide from a letter which I sent to you on May 10th. As I said in my letter, I had missed the point Councillor Hardwick was making in her motion when I first read the Housing Vancouver Strategy. But when you actually look at the numbers, the impact of the differing assumptions regarding growth rates is very significant. It's potentially the difference of the City of Vancouver being home to 700,000 or 800,000 people, which is about a 14% differential by 2027. I think it's critically important the City understand this difference. Aside from anything else, this could impact how the City budgets for things like infrastructure, as well as plan for amenities. I also think the COVID-19 pandemic will have a major impact on all cities, including Vancouver. Based on my past experience and discussions with business contacts and bank executives I know, I expect it will result in lower migration to downtown cores generally, at least in the near term to be sure, and many businesses will likely evolve towards a decentralized operating model removed from downtown and more focused on suburban nodes. I don't see anything in what Vancouver is doing that would result in its population increasing at a rate greater than has historically been the case. In point of fact, Stats Canada published an update in February that noted the Vancouver CMA lost 14,000 people between 2014 and 2019, and that Abbotsford was in fact the fastest growing municipality in Canada last year. It's also worth noting the provincial statistician last October published a report which forecast growth of 1.4% for the mainland and southwest for the period of 2019 to 2041. Wherever the facts lead us should inform the decision making going forward, and I view getting the information requested in this resolution as being an essential first step to getting the facts. Given the implications of different population scenarios, I do ask that you vote in favor of the resolution.
Great. You're finished, Mr. Crook?
Yes, I am. I thought I'd be short.
That's great. You do. That's very welcomed. Thank you. You do have questions, however. Councillor Hardwick, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Crook. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. Interesting chart, and it was that information that really sparked me in the beginning to see the incongruence between what I perceived of as an incongruence in the numbers. You focused in your commentary around population growth under the census solely. Do you agree that there are other factors that need to be taken into consideration, other data to inform analysis and future policy recalibration?
Oh, absolutely. I think understanding the mix of housing starts, for example, is a critical piece of information. Councillor Swanson raised a very interesting point 2 weeks ago, I guess, regarding the Canby corridor, and pointed out that we're building a ton of market rentals, but not nearly enough that's targeted to those in need. And I share that conclusion.
Okay, well, that's great. I hadn't intended that population growth under the census be the only data set that we explore, and hopefully you understood that.
Yes.
We just chose to focus on the one element. Okay, thank you very much.
Great, thank you so much. And those are your questions. Thanks so much for taking the time to speak to us.
Thank you.
Yes, our next speaker is Dr. John